What happens when a Harvard professor meets an enlightened master? Who changes who and whose life gets transformed? This is the interesting story of Dr. Richard Alpert, a professor of psychology at Harvard University in the 1960s. Dr. Alpert was a very successful professor. He'd earned a lot of money. He owned a Mercedes-Benz car, a sailing boat, and even a small Cessna aircraft. But somehow he was not satisfied. He felt the field of psychology didn't fully explain the human condition. Now he, along with some other Harvard professors, experimented with psychedelic drugs, notably LSD. And he found that LSD gave you a high, but when you came out of that state, you invariably felt very depressed. And he felt there was a missing link that could explain or that could teach you how to remain in that high state. And he felt that a holy man could maybe provide that missing link. So he came to India in search of a holy man. And by chance, he met another American who took him to his guru, Neem Karoli Baba. Now, the first time Dr. Alpert met Neem Karoli Baba told him, "You thought of your mother last night." And Dr. Alpert was shocked. He, in fact, had thought of his mother last night. She had died of a spleen disorder a year ago. Now, the second day when he went to meet Neem Karoli Baba had already read his mind and knew why he was there. As he approached, he shouted out to him, he says, "Have you got a question?" And before Dr. Alpert could answer, he said, "Give me your medicine." He referred to the LSD pills as medicine, and he extended his hand out. And Dr. Alpert put one pill of LSD in his hand. Now, Neem Karoli Baba kept his hand extended, and Dr. Alpert put a second pill and then a third pill. And Neem Karoli Baba swallowed all three pills together. This made Dr. Alpert very worried. He looked anxiously at Neem Karoli Baba because this is a very high dose and could have killed Neem Karoli Baba. But to his astonishment, absolutely nothing happened to Neem Karoli Baba. He remained just the same. And through his actions, Neem Karoli Baba was sending a message to Dr. Alpert that these drugs are absolutely worthless. They do nothing to improve the human condition. And what Dr. Alpert was looking for could only be found within himself. Dr. Alpert remained and stayed behind in Neem Karoli Baba's ashram. He was taught yoga and he learned the philosophy of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. He changed his name to Ram Das. Once, after a couple of months, Neem Karoli Baba sent for Ram Das. When he met him, he touched him here on his forehead with his thumb 3 times. This immediately transported Ram Das into an exalted state, and tears started streaming down his face. He remained changed forever after that experience. Ram Das left his ashram and returned back to America and wrote a best-selling book called Be Here Now. Now, through Ram Das, Neem Karoli Baba opened a window to the world, a window through which people could experience the benefits of yoga and the benefits of higher consciousness. A very young Steve Jobs read Ram Das's best-selling book and came to India in search of Neem Karoli Baba. Unfortunately, when he reached Neem Karoli Baba's ashram, Neem Karoli Baba had passed away and achieved Mahasamadhi 6 months earlier. But he found by staying in his ashram near his temple, he gained clarity on what he should do with his life and the work he should do. He returned home, and many decades later, when a young Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, he was also unsure how he should proceed with his company. And he asked Steve Jobs for advice. As Steve Jobs told him, "Go to Neem Karoli Baba's temple, you'll gain clarity there." And Mark Zuckerberg made that trip to India. He went to Neem Karoli Baba's ashram, and he found that when he was in the ashram, he did gain clarity on how he should proceed with his company. Now, this is what a living master can do to you, or an enlightened master can do to you. They can transform your life completely for the better. Sometimes they can transform your life even after they passed away. Thanks for watching.